What would happen if your dominant hand was taken away from you? How difficult would it be to live with your life? Many of us will never experience or understand what it's like to lose a hand until today, where I'm gonna be seeing what it's like to lose a hand for 24 hours and see how it impacts my life.
I'm gonna be doing everything that I would do in a normal day of work and life, including cooking, basketball, video editing, and more, all with only my left hand.
For the first challenge today, we're gonna try going for a run. So I gotta get all my running clothes on, including my watch. I actually don't know how I'm gonna do this. Might have to go on my right today. All right. Oh.
I wasn't sure how I was gonna put my shoes on because my laces are set up in a certain way to make sure that my foot stays in there like really tight. But after a little bit, I was able to kind of pin down what I had for a right hand and start tying the lace that way. Trying to tie the shoe with only one hand was quite difficult for me because I couldn't get enough tension in there to make the laces tight enough. But after a bit of finagling, I tied them well enough to go on a run, but we'll see how they hold up when I do more intense exercises like basketball and jumping.
One done.
And after I figured out how to tie the first shoe, the second shoe went a lot faster.
Two done.
We're off for a run. The shoes fit perfectly. No problems. Here we go. So we're gonna be cooking some lunch here soon, and we gotta go shopping and grab some eggs. We're gonna just drive to the store. It's only a mile away with one hand, so let's see how that works out. Eggs acquired, now to drive back home.
All right, time for lunch. We're gonna have rice, eggs, and bread. Maybe bread. I don't know if I can cut it yet, but rice we can definitely do.
With only one hand, I ended up making quite a mess of the counter.
Oh, yeah. Now one of the harder part, trying to cook eggs.
Now I've cracked eggs before one-handed, but this day was just not working out well for me. I ended up getting shells all over the eggs in there, and I had to only have one hand to try and pick it out, which made it super hard. And then trying to whisk the eggs were difficult because the pan just kept moving because I had nothing holding the pan down.
I'm gonna prepare all my ingredients to add beforehand.
This weird position that you see me in was me trying to do every attempt not to burn the eggs on the bottom of the pan.
Now we're cooking. All right, everything's cooked, nothing's burnt.
Like I said before, with only one hand, I made an absolute mess of this counter trying to put the eggs and rice onto separate plates.
And lunch is served. Now I get to enjoy eating my lunch, which I have worked hard for, so I'm hoping it'll taste even better. I've had eggs for lunch for the past 5 years, and I've never gotten tired of them. And especially with my mom's homemade sourdough bread. Oh, unbeatable. Don't judge me. And now it's time to test something I'm not really looking forward to. Going to the bathroom. Wish me luck. Not too bad. Also, while we were here, why not try brushing our teeth?
Putting toothpaste on the toothbrush was a little bit hard, but the actual brushing of the teeth was easy. I actually used to brush my teeth with my left hand quite a bit because I learned how good it was for the brain to do so.
Next up, we got to do some work on our computer, which requires us to do some typing, so that should be interesting with only one hand. So, let us begin. I can actually type with my left hand pretty good because back in middle school when we were learning typing, I ended up breaking my hand. So I did most of my typing practice with only my left hand. So I know where everything is, and I still actually do it to this day. A lot of times if I have like my phone in my right hand, I'll just use my left hand to type with the computer. But writing left-handed is a different story. I've tried it a little bit, just like here and there, but let's see how it goes. Starters, let's try writing my name.
I'm not gonna lie, trying to write left-handed was super frustrating to me.
Yeah, that's not very good.
Everything I did just felt wrong. No matter how much I told my brain to stop doing that, it just wouldn't.
So that's my left-handed writing, which this is usually how I write with my right hand. So
I felt like I was gripping the pen so hard and pushing down so forcefully, it was like I was trying to carve a rock. But this is definitely something that I want to try and make a full video about another time.
Writing complete. All right. With that done, let's go play some basketball.
Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell, feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell, yeah I need it now, told him on the lay, I've been moving dog, yeah I'm on the way. Now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the sums off. Ay, I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant. Need a triple double. Told him check the speed. Now I feel like Russell.
I decided to film this on January 1st, and the main weight room was so packed, so I came to this side one, and there wasn't really much that I could do with only my left hand, so I just decided to do some push-ups.
Let's try some one-handed push-ups. I haven't done those in a while.
Weak!
This is embarrassing.
Go hit the weights, buddy.
I should stop laying like this.
I then decided to flip this tire, but I got bored pretty quickly, so I decided to do what any normal person in my situation would do. Walk backwards on the treadmill. Oh my gosh, look at his quads. I bet he has really good tibialis muscles. Yeah, I bet he'll be able to dunk when he's like 80 years old. Being who I am, I went home after working out and practiced my nunchucks outside for everyone to see, just so they know how deadly I am with them.
There's not many things you can do with nunchucks with just one hand besides hitting and this kind of spinny move. Because usually I'll like do some passes or I'll do like a two-hand exchange, but I can't do that with only one hand. So for the final challenge of the day, we're gonna be doing video editing. Now usually when I video edit, I use both hands quite frequently, like between using the controls and arrow shifting and a lot of movement with my mouse hand. So trying to only do this one hand is gonna be very interesting and probably tough. I already have like zero control on where the mouse thing goes, because I'm just not used to using my left hand with it. So I'm just like overshooting everything. I feel like how do I do this? So like to zoom out, I usually hold Alt and I use the scroll wheel. So I have to like make sure that it's on here, hold Alt and just like, and then I screwed this thing up. After a little bit, I started to get the hang of it, but Premiere just kept crashing, so we'll video edit another time.
I got frustrated with that, so I ended up throwing on a movie, eating some popcorn, and then going to bed for the final hours of the challenge.
It has been 24 hours, so it is finally time to take this off. Now, the past 24 hours have felt like the longest 24 hours of my life. I just like, anything that I tried to do with only my left hand felt like boring to me. Oh. My hand's been curled up in a ball for 24 hours and it is sore and wet. Oh. I can feel like my muscles popping. You know, sometimes in life we forget like how grateful we are for things until we lose them. Now you probably won't lose a hand, but you could lose something like your job, your car, a loved one, or maybe even yourself. And life may be tough after that, and you may feel like there's no hope in the world. But I have news for you. You have a superpower, the power to change and adapt. So whatever life may throw at you, I know that you can handle it and adapt to it and become better for it. So I'll see you guys next time.